What is going on, world? You are now tuned into the Bong Talk Sit Down series, and I'm your host, Nappy 2000. Let me put the sponsors on the screen so you can see them. Let me give a shout out to Bust Down Worldwide, Happy Trees, Plain Jane, Shrubs, El Toro Verde, and Sweets for constantly supporting everything that I do. And you can also find these episodes on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. But today, I got the homie on the show. I got an up-and-coming legend in the building. I got a man all the way from Florida that came to the West Coast. I got my man TJ Murphy in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's going down, bro?
Happy to be here, bro.
Thank you for coming on after, like we were talking about all the change ups and all that, but you're here.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
We made it happen finally.
Yeah, you made it happen. And you skated here.
Yeah. As usual.
Yeah, no. You have to bypass the traffic and all that good shit.
Yeah, I was beating cars on the way here, bro.
Yeah.
I think it would have been faster if I skated than if I drove.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone lives that close though, but I'm like, you're the first person to pull up. No, Beagle pulled up on a skateboard too.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he pulled up on he Ubered and then skated a little bit. So you two are the only people to come on the show and skate here.
Yep.
But that's a good company to keep though.
Yeah, bro. Any category I could be in with Beagle, I'm happy, bro. Beagle's the GOAT, man.
Talk about skateboarding, bro, because I could talk about some other shit, but let's just talk about skateboarding. Like, what does that do for you?
Man, skateboarding does a lot for me, bro. It gets me from A to B. It gets my mind right. It challenges me. It's taught me hella life lessons, whether, you know what I mean? Like, skating is something that, connects people in ways that other things would never. Mm-hmm. So skateboarding has been everything to me since I was 4 years old, really.
4 years old?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that was the first time you hopped on the board?
Yeah, bro. I don't know what I saw. It may have been a commercial for a Tony Hawk game or something.
Right.
But, bro, I told my dad, I said, I never really, asked for a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, Dad, can you please bring home a skateboard tonight after work? He was like, all right. Pull up to Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Got a Pokemon board with plastic trucks.
Yeah.
I had that same board for 6 years.
Shredding that.
Dude, I rode the grip tape off of it, literally.
Damn.
It was wood on top. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I remember I had a Target board. Yeah, those were humble beginnings, man. But I would bomb hills on that shit. Yeah. I would do everything with those boards.
You can make it happen as long, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It rolls, so do with it what you will,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, so you said 4 years old, and it's helped you with pretty much everything in life. Well, I guess what would be the main thing skateboarding helped you with?
To put it in a real philosophical way, I would say it taught me to keep persisting until you succeed with whatever that may be. You will land that trick eventually as long as you continue to try. You know what I mean? It might take a month. It might take a year to learn it. As long as you continue to try, eventually you're going to learn it. You're going to succeed eventually.
That's very true. That's very true. Because I remember when I was younger, when I would try a trick, it was a lot harder to do tricks because I guess I wasn't in the right mindset. But then when I got older and hopped on the board, that shit just became a little easier to commit because I guess in other aspects in life, you were already committing. So it's funny how what you do in your normal life connects with the board.
Everything. And it took me up until a few years ago to realize that.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'll persist. I'll see no results for the longest time doing something. And eventually, if you keep at it, you're gonna succeed at that.
Right.
And that's come from music. That's come from, the other businesses that I do, my other work life. And, if you stay down, you get rewarded. And skateboarding taught me that first at a young age.
Yeah, I think that's funny. I've realized skateboarding has done that for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Even though we may not skate, it's always something that's just a foundation in our life that we just constantly just keep pushing forward. And we use every single day unknowingly.
Yeah.
I think that's the coolest part about skateboarding. It's a beautiful thing.
And culture-wise, skateboarding gets it first, whether it's, music, whether it's clothes, skateboarders kind of set the trend. Like,
Yeah.
skaters were wearing skinny jeans like 2-3 years before anybody else was wearing skinny jeans.
That's very true.
And then now people are wearing Dickies. Again, you know what I mean? Because skateboarders,
they've been wearing Dickies for years.
yeah, skaters been on.
That's normal.
Skinny jeans for me were out 2012. You know, 13. That was over with.
My last pair of skinny jeans were some DC ones, bro.
Yeah,
that was
hard just as hell to skate in too, bro. Like,
Rob Dyrdek, bro. He was the one.
Yeah,
that is one. So from skateboarding on to production, when was that transition?
So, I guess I started producing music when I was 8 because I started playing guitar every day.
Right.
And then it was drums, and then it was bass and keys and whatever. But actually producing beats, that came when I was around 16, 17. And it's weird because it was something that I had in my head for a long time, like I should do that.
Yeah.
But I just never really did. And when I was a massive hip-hop fan, but all genres, you know, rock growing up, whatever. Covert Coupe did it for me.
That's a great fucking tape, bro.
Dude, when I heard, I had a S500, my first car. Yeah. And I had 212s in the back. It was fucking bomb. I heard Covert Coupe. I think it was 007, that beat. Ooh. After the intro came in, and then it just knocked. And it gave me such a feeling, bro, that I was like, man, I gotta be a part of this. Like, I gotta put my own, like, soul into something like that. And then I found out Alchemist was, like, skinny, like, white dude, you know what I mean, making that shit. I was like, oh, okay, like, it's a possibility. It's a possibility, you know? Yeah. So I remember from that day forward, after hearing that 007 beat, bro, I went, where I'm from, there's no record stores, bro. I'm in the middle of nowhere, really. Yeah. And
people don't realize, I think, how country or how fucking southern Florida really is. Yeah.
Florida is as southern as it gets till you get to Broward or like Dade County, where it's South Florida. It's southern there too, but in a different way. But yeah, Central Florida and North Florida, it's southern. It's Outcast playing, you know what I mean, like that. Type of shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. So being from Florida, how did it feel to be like, I guess, I don't know if it was like a lot of you making music at the time, but how did it feel to, you know, be that person to start wanting to make music in an area that predominantly doesn't make music?
Right. So, yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, I was the only skater at my school, and I went to a big-ass school. And this was Odd Future era, so everybody was skating, like everywhere else. But at my school, I swear I was the only There may have been like one or two other people that skated, but like I was the known like skateboarder. Like, but when I started producing, people had always known I play guitar and stuff like that. But I was the only person making music at all. And it's funny because now kids will hit me up on Instagram that are from my hometown that are producing and like, yo, like, you're from here, that's crazy or whatever, like, and it's just like, at the time I was the only person doing that. Right. So no record stores, only antique stores and thrift stores, going through bullshit classical records, trying to find stuff. But I made it happen, dude. I was on it.
What was one of the first records you found?
I don't know. The first records I sampled were bogus. It was like, I was sampling stupid shit, like Men at Work and like, you know what I mean, like just classical music. I didn't know what I was doing, but eventually you do. As long as you keep doing it, start to find different records and be like, oh, I've heard that sample before. So then you start to build an idea of like, okay, covers like this are typically tight. If it says classical or something, it's probably not gonna work that well. So it starts to narrow down for you, you know, what you're looking for. So I got all kinds of rules. I don't go past 1983 when I sample. When I'm out digging, like if there's a banjo is listed on the instruments, I know that's probably not for me. Like, right. So I learned quickly what was cool and what was not. So I was finding cool stuff because I was just hitting every antique store, thrift store around.
Right. You know, like you said, narrowing down like your sound and what you wanted. What would you say was the time when you're like, yo, this beat actually sounds pretty good? Because I know we make beats and we're like, man, this shit sounds trash. But what was like that one spark when you're like, oh fuck, this is dope?
I don't know. I mean, There was a moment when I started playing beats for friends where they were like, yeah, I can hear so and so on this. Like at first it was kind of, you know, like anybody when you start making beats, it's kind of not there yet. But when I started playing beats for homies and they just got the scrunch face and they were like, yo, I can hear so and so on this. I was like, all right, if they can hear it, I must be doing something right.
Yeah, exactly.
So then from there you start to sharpen, you know, your sound. And your sound comes from, you know, your choices, what samples you choose to do, how you choose to do the drums, how you choose to set the tempo and the pace of everything. So it started all coming together.
So it was Alchemist. So that was like the main. Was that your main producer that you were probably inspired by?
Yeah, man. Alchemist for sure. Madlib. I was listening to Madlib.
I can hear the Madlib inspiration in there for sure. I can hear Jay Dilla. That comes together. That's a package. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
Those three. I would say my biggest two influences are DJ Quick and Alchemist. But I gotta throw Cardo in there too because like as far as the new sound. And like the rappers that I love, it's like Cardo's that man. So
yeah, Cardo, he gets credit, but I don't feel like he gets enough. He doesn't get enough.
Yeah, man. I mean, the producers, we look up to him.
Yeah.
At least everybody that I know is like Cardo, man. That God's plan, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like billions of streams and stuff. It's like, not that that's like what I know Cardo for.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he really developed a sound that. Dude, during 2009 to 2013, 14, it's like you knew if you were a producer, oh, that's a Cardo beat. And the fact that he transcended to what he is today with working with the biggest names, you know what I mean? It's like Cardo really set that example for a lot of producers coming up right now. And like the way he conducts himself in interviews and stuff, like he a cool, like, yeah, Cardo that man, dude.
No, he's that guy. TJ and a Cardo collab coming soon.
Man, I'd love that. That would be crazy.
I mean, you're going crazy now. I mean, bro, you're on the course to getting to anything you want to get.
Yeah. It's crazy to think about too, man. You know, it's like for so long you work at something, you see no results or like, you know, nobody's recognizing it. And then like out of nowhere, shit starts to fall in line. And the more you do, you know, the more that attracts. So it's like, it's cool that, you know, I feel like I'm finally on the path to getting, you know, those dream placements and stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Before we get to that, this is Bong Talk, y'all. I haven't taken a hit this entire show. I usually do, but I'm like, it was a good conversation. I want to talk to bro first. But are you going to hit one yet? Or are you going to wait?
I'll spark a little of this blunt. I'll wait.
Okay.
Get more and I'll see how I'm feeling.
Okay, I'm like, you got the blunt, bro. If you got your blunt, smoke that shit. You don't even gotta prove nothing.
Yeah.
Just because you're on this shit don't mean you gotta hit it.
Yeah, we'll fuck with the bong in a little bit though.
It's ultimately peer pressure.
Yeah, it's cool. Peer pressure's done a lot of good.
Talk about that.
I don't know. I mean, people around you, if you got good people around you and they're pressuring you, they're staying on your ass about something.
Right.
Or if they're wanting you to, you know, step outside of your comfort zone to do something for good, I think that's good peer pressure.
That is good peer pressure. You need good pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You need homies that are looking out for your best interest. You know, that's real important.
Especially in the music world. Especially in the producer world.
Yeah.
Niggas will steal your stuff.
Yeah, it gets competitive and sneaky, but you got a good crew, you're good to go.
Yeah. And you have a good crew, so
yeah, dude.
That's all that really matters, to be real.
Yep.
But real quick though, we're gonna take a quick intermission. You are now tuned in to Bong Talk. We got my boy TJ Murphy in the building. We'll see you in a minute. Stay tuned. We'll be right back for more.
Crafted from the fires of dragons, chilled on the highest peaks of Everest, the Canagard is designed for perfection, using only the freshest herbs our planet has to offer, cultivated by years of experience. El Toro Verde. Crisp, rich draw. Slow resin burn. Be bold. Be elegant. Be the bull. El Toro Verde. You should be smoking.
What is going on, world? You are now tuned into the Bong Talk Sit Down series once again. And we got TJ Murphy in the building. And let's just go back off that question that we ended off of before the break. You were talking about the dream placements.
Yep.
I'm proud of you first and foremost for getting all these placements. That shit's hella dope. But just talk about, how does it feel now to be recognized after putting in that work that we were just talking about?
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a build-up, man. It's like you work in silence for a long time before you even get a look.
Mm-hmm.
So once you do, you gotta, go harder. So dream placements, like probably everybody want a whiz placement that's in my position, like whiz, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously I'd love to work with, big names. Like it'd be crazy to Kendrick and stuff. But like I really want to work with a lot of like, not, I wouldn't say like older acts, but like my dream thing right now is I'd like to do like a DJ Khaled style compilation album.
Dope.
And I want, Spit on there. Just got my first Spit of place.
Yes, sir.
So
the Fish and Grits, right?
Yeah. Fish and Grits. Shout out to him for putting that all together.
Mm-hmm.
He's a cool ass dude. But yeah, I mean, I want to work with Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
I want to work with Sugar Free. Me and Worthy. I'd love to work with Worthy. He's my favorite rapper.
Okay.
People like that, dude. Like, just I want to work with more legends. It'd be sick to get some shit with like MC8 or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's cold. That's cold. Yeah.
I listen to a lot of old school stuff. So
okay.
And a lot of them are still active. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're still rapping, doing their thing. So I'd like to work with people like Sugar Free, MC8, like even Spice One, like stuff like that.
Oh, bro, I love Spice One. I love Spice One. He's dope.
He's one of those people, like, if like,
yes.
Best, man.
Yeah, him and Tupac have some of the best features together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, Tupac has good features, but, like, he has the best ones with his homies.
Yeah. Especially when he was around those big cats, because they were all going crazy with the rhyme scheme and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's that Dusted and Disgusted.
Yeah, bro. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love Spice One. Yeah, Spice One and MC8 are in that same realm, most definitely. You can't go wrong Compton's Most Wanted. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, at all.
Yep.
But you have the currency placement. You have a Larry June placement. Well, we know that.
Me and Larry got a lot.
Yeah, I'm saying that like that's like a catalog.
Yeah.
But when was the first Larry placement that you got?
Mason Café.
Mason. That's in case y'all didn't know. Listen to that song and then come back to this interview.
That was my first placement, bro.
That's a cold placement, bro.
It's kind of a crazy story about that too, bro. Like, I was a senior in college and I had all these beats. My sound was finally there, like developed, and I'm like, man, like who am I? Like, I obviously want to get into currency, Wiz, all that. And I discovered Larry, and I was like, man, this is the next dude. Like, his sound, his style, like, this is automatically my favorite rapper overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And he had his email in his bio at the time. So I just said, fuck it. I'm going to just send him. I sent him like maybe like 10 songs or something. I'm driving home from the skate park one night in Jacksonville, about to graduate college. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Should I, you know what I mean? Like, is this music even like worth it? Whatever. Got a random text for, you know what I mean, Bay Area area code. And it said, this is Larry. Keep sending these beats. You're doing good. And I was like, oh, shit. I got home. I kept sending more. I graduated. A week later, he dropped that album, Mason Café, on it. Man, I was hyped, dude.
Wasn't there a video for that, too?
There wasn't a video.
Oh, there was no video. Okay.
I wish there was.
Okay.
I know that song had a pretty big impact.
Yeah, because I know that song is the cold. That's like one of the coldest on that whole tape.
Yeah, man. I remember my friends Kamari and Rick Brown. They're from Miami, and I just met these cats, and they were talking some shit. Man, when we were in LA, man, we were like, because we were talking about like the West Coast or something like that. And they're like, man, we kept playing that song by Larry, Mason Café, every time we got in the car, like going down the coast. And I was just like, listen, like I wasn't saying anything. I was just like listening to them. I was like, yo, yeah, I made that beat. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, bro. It felt cool to hear him have that, emotional reaction to it. So it felt good. That was, that almost felt better than the placement. Some people that I just talking about it. So
yeah, bro. I played that song out. Yeah. I played that shit out. That shit was on repeat for a long time. And that came out in 2017.
That was 19.
19?
Yeah.
Bro, he's dropped so many. That was 19?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was 19. That was
probably dropped 20 projects.
Yeah. That was 2018 going into 2019. Yeah, that was, okay, yeah, true that. Yeah, he was more on his smooth shit at that point. Yep. There was no more trap shit at that time.
And it lined up perfectly because that's what I had sent him, a bunch of just smooth cruising
shit. Okay. Yeah, so that lined up right. Yep. So you got that one, but now you got the Currency one. That's really dope. How'd you feel about that?
That was sweet. I mean, it wasn't Currency himself. You know what I mean? He was obviously on the track. It was Fish and Grits, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Shout out Fish and Grits. I sent him some beats, and he DM'd me. He was like, man, I'm going to have Spitta on this. He said this probably 6-7 months ago. And I was like, yo, that'd be incredible. I was like, yeah, I would love to hear on this.
Off top.
And, lo and behold, a few months later, he sent me a video of him and Spitta in the studio, and I was like, oh, it's for real. So, yeah, it was cool. They had the video for it. Check it out. Feel me? Yeah.
Dope. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. I love how, like you said, when you can work in silence, you can really get your sound going, get your direction that you want to go in, and then you see these manifestations that you put in play a while ago transition into what you have right now. So that's really dope, bro, that you're finally getting to see the fruits of your labor.
Yeah. I feel lucky, bro, because a lot of people are way better, you know what I mean? I think are way better than me. And the fact that I get chosen, you know what I mean? The moves that I've made where I'm at now, where I'm getting the results, I feel so grateful for, bro. I do not take it for granted.
I always tell people favor is not fair.
Yeah.
So who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You're getting it because you're supposed to.
Thank you, bro.
Exactly. Off top, bro. So one last question I want to ask you. Where do you think right now your sound is at, and where do you want to take it next?
Definitely want to, right now, I'm always going to be sample based. I'm a big crate digger, digging records. So it's still that. Now that I moved to LA and, I've been taking public transportation and shit for the last year. I didn't bring my whip out here.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of gritty, grungy, crazy stuff, So I'd say my sound is there right now. I'm gonna release a project soon where it's kind of got that theme, just all instrumentals. But I want to do more live production. You know what I mean? I play guitar, bass, collabing with different producers. Going for more of I wouldn't say commercial sound, but just a crisper, more polished sound.
Okay. I feel that. Rather than a rough around the edges.
I love my rough around the edges stuff, but I want to be able to do both.
Okay.
What I mean?
You gotta live in both worlds, most definitely.
Yeah, you gotta diversify, and going back to Cardo, that's one thing that he said, where it's just he was known for the smooth stuff, but he's also got these Meek Mill placements and Baby Keem stuff. So it's you gotta have your hands in a lot of different pots if you're gonna do this successfully.
Most definitely. TJ, I appreciate you, bro, for coming on the show. It was only right when I first met you. I was like, oh yeah, bro, we're most definitely gonna do some shit in the future. I'm like, it's only right. You're a solid individual, and I appreciate everything that you're doing for music because you're doing good shit for it.
Thank you, bro. I'm trying, dude. That's all I can ask for, really.
Yeah, bro. You're not trying. You're doing that shit. But you said in the lobby, bro, you're going to take a bong toke for the first time in 4 years.
Yeah, bro. It's been a while. I'll do it for the show.
4 years.
Yes, sir.
I won't even pack it for you, bro. You can pack it. I don't want to be the reason. I don't want you to say oh, bro, he packed me a fucking whoop-de-whoop. So you can just,
a humble one.
Yeah, do a humble one. It's not too bad. See, the weed is smooth.
Yeah, we're at the Kush Factory.
We're at the Kush Factory. These episodes are powered by the Kush Factory.
the Kush Factory.
Shout out the Kush Factory, Ricky P and Taylor Gang, the good people over there.
Shout out Ricky P.
Yeah, that's the guy.
All right.
So this is TJ's first hit out of a bong in 4 years.
It's been a while, man.
Holy shit. Oh, damn, bro, you're going for it. I appreciate you. Bro, see, it's smooth. Smooth, bro. That ain't
Like the
nothing.
old days, bro.
Just like the old days, bro. The lungs ain't changed. Ain't shit changed.
Got it, man.
Yo, bro, I appreciate you for coming on the show. Keep killing it. You're going to get these dream placements and just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. You guys are now tuned into Bong Talk. I'm Nappy 2000. I'll see y'all soon. Thank you guys for tuning into the Bong Talk Sit Down series. You can find these episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Also, thank you to the sponsors of the show.